As a Blighters, we're going to look at this knife here. There's the Ontario Rat number 2 in D2. So it's been around for some time now. Rat 1, then went to Rat 2. Rat 2 was an Aus 8 for some reason, and then they did end up changing it out to be run in D2. So when it first came out in D2, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get the knife. I'm definitely going to get it now that it's D2, because it was before I was like, okay, I won't get it because it's an Aus 8. I'll wait till it comes out in D2. You know, once it came out in D2, I was like, okay, well, I even had it in my cart. I was going to order it, and then I was going to order the carbon fiber version, and then I was hearing things saying that the carbon fiber was slick, so I was just like, and then I just kind of backed away from it. So I didn't pick it up. So what came about? So this is the one that came as a giveaway prize, R2D2. So now these are some of my kit swords. Just kind of have that type of mentality with the R2D2. So a lot of people like it for that reason. That's going to be one that we're going to test out today. My initial opinion when I got it in hand was to buy this knife, and then we're going to go through some of the tests, and then also talked about, as far as with me carrying it for a little while, I guess what is my opinion now that I've had it in hand. So at the end of the video, I'll go over that buy, borrow, or avoid again to kind of go through that information. So first off, we'll test it out for this best tech or best media testing. So there's on my little fidget spinner, which has been incorporated to my sharpness tester. So we'll see what the pressure is needed to sever the media. So that's 6.9, so let's change that over. So 197 grams. So let's switch that out. So as you see, this takes a lot less time than when I first put it together. So this is my version 2.5 for the sharpness tester. So it seems to be working out quite a bit better. That was 214. So as you saw before I started pulling, there was about 15 grams on there. So it's going to be about 200. So that puts out about 218, because they're just the weight of the spinner alone is about 18 grams. So that's about 218 for that. So as we look onto the chart for it, it's going to be near the bottom. So you're going to have still that utility razor blade. So it's going to be a little bit above that, almost in between as far as that and the new high-end color edge. So that's really good in comparison to what you get. So that's factory out of the box. I'm not too sure as far as, because I did get it from Jack Farmboy, so I'm not too sure what he used it for before that, but that's still a good edge on it. It's still very sharp, so that's one thing to look out for on that. And as I said, it was on D2. So for D2 steel, so you're going to have about here for edge retention, and then for corrosion resistance, you're going to be more at the lower end for D2, and then for hardness, you're going to be up at the top again, and then for wear resistance, you're going to be smack in the middle. So those are kind of the things for why the R2D2 is so popular for that. And then we're going to kind of look at those things in comparison to some other blades that I feel are kind of similar, at least in my current collection. And then we'll kind of go from there. But let's take in, and then we'll compare some of those as well. So here we're going to look at some of the sizing comparisons between the knives. So we do have the R2D2, the Kershaw Skyline, we have the Tangram Vector, and also the Kershaw Fraction. So that's going to be kind of a similar sizing across the board. And then as far as the retention in the pocket, all these are pretty good. And then you can get deep carry pocket clips for the Kershaw from them at no cost. So that's going to be a comparison there between those blades and how that's going to ride in your pocket. And then we'll see as far as how they are in the open position as well. So as I continue to thank you as far as the people that have been subscribing to the channel, people that have been leaving comments, we do have the patches going out. So Troy just got his, Jack Farmboy had his prior, so he was actually the first one to have it. And then we'll be sending those out to those people that are really contributing to the channel, being part of it. And then also there's the opportunity, if you do want to send knives for review. So we had Mr. Blower1 sent amazing knives. So if you want to check that out, kind of a thank you for sending those along. check out those knives, and then if you do want to pick one up, they're all for sale except for the Tangram Rumble, which threw me off because it's actually a left-hand carry, and there's no other option for that one. It's just left-hand carry. So thank you again, guys. So anyone wants to be an official bladester, that's available as far as an option. So R2D2, open position. We have the Kershaw Skyline here. We have the Tangram Vector. And this has gotten a lot better over time. So anybody that's really stubborn, this will be a good button lock for you. And then also we have the Kershaw Fraction. So a lot of those are going to be pretty similar to each other, and then at least in my collection, so you're going to come across other things that kind of match up to it. So with the blade, it says that it should be about 3 inches, and then the handle length about 4.1. So I'll cut over to that so you can see the measurements on that. So currently it lists about 2.8 ounces as far as the weight for this knife. So we're just going to do a quick verification to see if that's pretty accurate for a number for this knife here. So yeah, we're looking at about 2.7, so very close to it, about 2.1 off for that. And then as we have for the hand sizing, we do have the chart available, so you can still download this online. So I do have the link available in the description to pull that up, and it actually prints to scale. So it would be the same as what you're looking at here if you match it up at home. So now that's going to be for adult male, so you're going to lose a lot of that. That pinky's going to probably drop off the end, and then if you do hold it more of that angled position, that's going to be how that will look as well. And then for adult female, so as you're holding it here, or in the angled position there. So the knife comes in currently, there's a different range on it. You can get it directly through Ontario Knives for about $34.95, MSRP about $46, but there are just so many knives that you can pick from. So that's one thing that is currently the issue that you have with the RAT2, is just there's a gamut of information or a gamut of options that you can pick up. So if you're kind of stuck on that, just really go with what you like. So going after all those specs, and then carrying it for a little while. So I'm still sticking to it as far as you should buy this knife. So if you don't have this one, add it to your collection, have it something that is available to you to use and to enjoy. It's going to be one that has a lot of positives to it. I mean, even the spine itself, you can do the ferro rod for that. So it is kind of going on to that Randall's outdoor adventure. There is a lot of positives to this one. So you can thumb flick it, middle finger flick. So it's just an enjoyable knife to utilize and to have with you. So if you haven't picked one up, look through the options and pick one out for yourself. I think you're not going to be dissatisfied with the knife once you get it. And if you do want to try something and be unique, there are other people that make scales for the knife. So one of them is Rivendell Knives. He's on Instagram, and then he's actually should be still on summer break, so he's making scales for these. You can get different materials for it, so pick it up. And also if you want to make it that unique, one of a kind, then do that as well for this blade here. So that's the D2, the R2D2, and check it out, pick it up, and thanks for your time.